Wakenya tupo. Those who are proud to be Kenyans, wherever you are, simama juu kidogo, tushangilie kuwa Wakenya. Tushangilie Kenya, taifa letu tukufu, Kenya tunayoipenda. Tushangilie Kenya, taifa letu tukufu, Kenya tunayoipenda. Kenya letu tunayoipenda. Twajivunia sana tukijiita wa Kenya, nchi yenye baraka. Twajivunia sana tukijiita wa Kenya, nchi yenye baraka. Kenya yenye baraka. Kenya makao yetu ni nchi ya usalama, kamwe hatutaiacha. Usalama kamwe hatutaiacha, kamwe hatutaiacha. Anayependa Kenya ni yule mwenye kutenda haki kwa watu.
Very quickly right now, let's put our hands together for National Cohesion and Integration Commission Commissioner Dorcas Kedogo. Makofi yake tafadhali.
As we work together, I'm just glad that you are now doing the eCitizen services, where everyone is now free to join, to resign, and even choose. When they're joining, you are choosing the party of your choice. So congratulations, madam. With your team, we'll give you the support. We will work together. May God bless you all.
This particular speaker is very critical, and we want to celebrate her office because this is really the first time. She once served as Director for Voter Education, Partnership and Communication at the IEBC. Now, she is Kenya's first ever Data Commissioner, setting the standards regarding the handling, storage and sharing of personal and corporate data. Please welcome Office of the Data Protection Commissioner, Data Commissioner Ms. Immaculate Kasaid. Makofi yake tafadhali.
Ladies and gentlemen, today as we sit here to celebrate the Office of Registrar launch a strategic plan in eCitizen, I want us to reflect on the issue of data protection as something that we do every day. We are not conscious of how our data protects, how we are supposed to protect our data. We are quick to throw a stone on others. My point of Damascus, for those who are Christians, you know about Damascus? When I got this appointment and I had to look and ask myself, Allah, is this the ecosystem we are talking about? Was when addressing people like yourselves, and when we had a conversation about my rungu as an enforcer, I realized in the room there was sudden quietness and there was close to panic because everybody asked, now the data commissioner is going to close down our organization. From the sense of panic, I went on a personal reflection to ask, why was the Data Protection Act enacted in the first place? My CS is here, and I keep telling him we need to celebrate him for, under his tenure, he does not only have the data protection, he now will be celebrating, automating a process that Kenyans have talked about in terms of political parties. Please celebrate him for that. So, my point of Damascus was that. So I asked myself, are we going to shut down every single operation in this country? Or shall we go to the table and have a conversation? I had a written speech. However, today I said I speak from my heart. Because as a country, we need to have that conversation. We are a country that many times we like to point at others and forget that the finger points at us. The three are at us and one is at the other. We celebrate shouting. We celebrate people's downfall. We never sit on the table to ask ourselves, what are the gaps and how can we address them? When the testing happened in June, my phone went ringing. And the question everyone was asking, I never gave consent. Why am I in this political party? They never asked me to come in the first place. What should I do? You are a data commissioner, you should be protecting us. It's a data breach. And the answer, the questions went on and on and on. The question I want to pose to us, when did the rain begin to beat us as a country? When? For how long? Will it be one person's responsibility? It's the responsibility of all of us as a collected country. I've posted an example of a loyalty card, not for the sake of it, knowing very well we in this room easily give our information. Knowing in this room very well, information about how we vote is everywhere. And not for no reason. According to the law, even the data protection, the data is collected even for registers for a lawful purpose. Are we changing it? What will we do with institutions that then say you can have access to that information without any questions? Shouldn't we be around the table asking ourselves, how will we address it? Then look for the easiest person to hit at and when we get frustrated. Those are questions, ladies and gentlemen, we must ask ourselves.
First and foremost, I want to take this opportunity to congratulate the Office of the Registrar of Political Parties for the good work you've done. Tumpatie makofi. As Parliament, I know you work very closely with the Registrar of Political Parties. And as you read Article 94 of the Constitution, it stipulates clearly that all the legislative authority is vested in Parliament. And I want to thank Madam Registrar. And I'm here today because there's a very serious bill which was actually put across with the efforts of the Registrar of Political Parties, and this is the party primaries. And because you are here today, the political parties, and one of the critical issues or challenges we've been having when it comes to party nominations. So this party primaries bill is actually to help and streamline. And we have very few months towards the elections. And as Parliament, we are committed, we are trying to expedite that bill. Initially, the bill was sponsored by Senator Isaac Mwaura. Unfortunately, you know what happened to him. But we have picked it up, Madam, and we just want to assure you as Parliament, we want to expedite that before the general elections or before the elections calendar, the party primaries bill must be in place to guide the party primaries.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to give us the overview of the ORPP strategic plan, please put your hands together for Mr. Ali Abdullahi, Assistant Registrar of Political Parties. Karibu sana.
I want to take this opportunity to welcome all of you to this auspicious occasion of unveiling the strategic plan for ORPP for the period 2020-2025. The strategic plan we are launching today covers the period that I've just stated and defines the strategy for achieving its vision of a model regulator of political parties for a credible democratic multi-party system in Kenya. This will be realized through ORPP's mission, which is to promote the realization of political rights through registration and regulation of political parties in Kenya. The strategic goal of ORPP for this period is to promote the aspirations of all Kenyans for a government based on the essential values of human rights, equality, freedom, democracy, social justice, and rule of law, and promoting Kenya as a multi-party democratic state founded on national values and principles of governance. In this strategic plan that we are unveiling, we have established what we want to be. That is our vision. We have recognized and re-engineered why we exist. That is our mission. We have identified what is important to us, our values or our core values, and we have also outlined our game plan, which is the strategies that we have set for ourselves. We have also translated the strategies and delineated a number of initiatives to implement those strategies. This plan helps us establish priorities choose strategic actions and options, and allocate resources efficiently. It also addresses critical performance issues by establishing expectations for work performance, planning ways to meet those expectations, and continuous development of capacity for optimal performance within the organization. The plan is therefore an embodiment of our collective promise to our stakeholders on service delivery standards that they should expect from ORPP. This strategic plan was developed between the period March 2021 and August 2021 in a four-stage consultative process that entailed project mobilization, situation analysis, stakeholder engagement, development of draft strategic plan, validation of the draft through stakeholders, and development and publication of the final document. In the whole process, we have done both internal and external assessments. Internally, we have looked at people, culture, organizational assets, partnerships, as well as other resources. Externally, we have looked at legal and regulatory environment, technology, social and political trends, as well as economic cycles. We have also analyzed our operating environment and our business relationships. As the CEO of ORPP has created and conveyed a sense of urgency about the implementation of this plan consistently and with conviction, and has affirmed her unwavering commitment to the successful execution of this plan.
I welcome you all Kenyans to a new experience of accessing ORPP services onboarded on the eCitizen platform. Just by a click of a button, you can now check your political party membership status, join a political party of your choice, or leave a political party where you belong to. Henceforth, freedom, ease, convenience, and personalized service is a new dawn in political party membership. The platform has been interfaced with the Integrated Political Parties Management System, commonly and in short referred to as IPPMS, which is a web-based application developed and administered by the ORPP for the management and custody of political party records, information, and data by the Registrar. For achievement of maximum results, the IPPMS is currently undergoing a major upgrade to activate most of the available modules and functionalities within it. Some of the upgraded and newly activated modules in the IPPMS include political parties membership, political parties management, master data management of political parties, IPPMS reports on membership, as well as administrator audit trails. Therefore, the time is now for all Kenyans to be part of this transformative turning point. We invite all Kenyans to come out and interact with the system and give us your valued feedback so that we can be able to serve you better. Tunasema kumbuka mambo sasa ni 3J. Moja, jitambue. Pili, jisajili. Na tatu, jiuzulu. Your party is your choice. Thank you and God bless you.
Chief guest today, Honorable CS ICT, Joe Mushero, all the previous speakers who have participated in this launch, including the director of eCitizen platform, digital payment, the data commissioner, who we have been joined at the hip for the longest time since this process started, the PPDT, who we know that half of the dispute arises from the question of membership and how a person join a party or leave. I want also to celebrate all the staff of ORPP, the NCIC for participating and working with us all the journey. We celebrate that you also had the time to leave your busy meeting outside Nairobi and to come and be here together with us. And most importantly, the political parties, my employers. You know, if there are no political parties in this country, then I do not have a job. That's why you are very important to me. And if you want to know,
I want you to run a test. There's nobody else in this country who loves political parties than the registrar of political parties. And it comes from my heart that I love political parties and I love working with you. I've demonstrated that in words and in action, that you are my number one priority, that you are my number one stakeholder. You are actually the key and the main stakeholder. So, with that kind of love, just like a good mother, I cannot do anything that will hurt my children. Sometimes we may push you a bit. We may try to push you a bit, but we are not pushing you because we don't like you. We are pushing you because we want to work with you and make everything right, so that in the fullness of time, we shall all appreciate what we were doing. And I know at the end of the day, we shall all appreciate that we meant well, and the system that we are bringing on board is actually meant to help the political parties, the citizen, and the country at large. So I want to say thank you so much, political parties, for your participation here. I want to really recognize the journey that we have worked together. We started the journey, as the Assistant Registrar has said, a year ago. We started engaging with political parties on our intention. We have held meetings with the Secretary Generals. We have held meetings with the political parties liaison committee led by the chairman who has just stepped out. We have held meetings with the technical staff, the ICT staff within political parties. We have held meetings with various political parties at individual level. I know there are like 5 or so political parties that we have sat in our boardroom to discuss about their data and their membership register. So we have really engaged and we are really open. I want to first of all actually acknowledge that from where we sit, we have 83 fully registered political parties. None of them is a breakfast party. As political parties prepare for the next general election, we are keen to support every political party that we have embodied in terms of registration. As somebody mentioned, I think it's Communist Party, the registration process is very vigorous. We are in a country where 75% are actually people below the age of 35. They are youth. They are technologically conscious. They find it cumbersome to keep filling forms and keep attaching and photocopying IDs. So we are addressing a need for the future. That the young people we have today, the 75%, are already acclimatized with an environment of technology. So allow us, with your support, to look at this system from a positive side of view and be assured of our support. We have no business killing parties. You don't kill people you read. You cannot kill a person that you want to read. What kind of a reader will you be if you actually kill everybody that you are expected to read? What we shall do is strengthen you, help you overcome the challenges, and so that we walk the journey. And at the end of the day, we shall all be proud to say that we have actually supported a system that has strengthened democracy in this country. Going to elections, as IBC mentioned, the issue of membership and how the membership checking has happened sometimes make it very cumbersome in terms of the electoral process, and especially the nomination process. For that reason, we are easing the process of nomination, especially for candidates, and strengthening parties so that their data become credible, and every person will not come saying that our data, our political parties register is not credible. In the next election, we expect that political parties are going to use their membership data as their basis for party primaries. That calls for the register to be cleaned, and that is what we are helping you to do, so that those people who don't want to belong to you, kindly, freely let them go. Kama hawakuwa wenu na hawataki kukaa na nyinyi, let them go, so that you have bona fide, true-to-heart members who want to belong to your party. And those people are the ones who shall come now to participate in the political party's primary. Because if we do not do that, then there's a possibility that every time that you put the register out there for voting, the people who actually do not believe in you actually come and vote. And by so doing, they can bring on board a candidate that you actually had not intended, was not intended in the first place, because it's not the real members of political parties that are doing that. Our chief guest, allow me to give you a bit of history of this register and where we are. We appeal to Kenyans because we have provided for an avenue as guided by the Data Commissioner to opt out. The best way of doing it is opting out without much drama, because we have given you that position. So that when you find yourself in a party that you do not want to belong, kindly opt out. There's a process of doing that. I want to assure Kenyans and also the political parties and people participating in this meeting that when you key in first and say you want to opt out, is a notice that is given to the political party, and another notice given to the Office of Registrar of Political Parties. There's a process in between. It's not an instant kind of a operation. The only thing that is instant in that system is checking your membership status. But the other one is an application to resign, an application to join a political party. So that when you key in and you want to register in Communist Party, for example, it is the Communist Party Secretary General or the email they have provided or the system they have that will be given a notification. Through that notification, it's upon the party where notification has been given to either accept the member or reject that particular member. So registration is actually by the party, not by the eCitizen. So the platform is only offering the platform for you to do that. So the party decides whether I want to admit the member or I do not want to admit the particular member that I have registered. But in terms of resignation, we also give a notice to the party and also to the Registrar of Political. That is the process, Section 14 of the Political Parties Act. That is what it says. So we give the party a particular timeline to have resigned the member. But if we see that you are not resigning the member as a political party, after the expiry of the period that we'll give, then we resign the member as the office of the Registrar of Political Party. Why? Because we have to enforce the political rights of a Kenyan in terms of wanting to leave a party or joining another. The admission is entirely the party. When the party admits, then it approaches on IPPMS system. So there's no intervention of registrar there. It is actually you who is dealing with your members. And then that data comes to us as custodian. So I wanted to clarify that so that we are clear that we are not interfering with the political parties' processes. We are not interfering with the law. The law is very clear how a member should join or leave a political party. And finally, we take cognizance of elected leaders and the nominated leaders and party officials. There's a process that is captured under Section 14 of the Political Parties Act. That one must be followed. In spite of in the system, we must receive a physical notification from the speaker that a particular elected member have resigned, so that resignation can only be confirmed through that process that is captured in the Political Parties Act. I want to welcome all of us in the system and request for the support of citizens and support of everyone. We mean well for this country. We mean well for political parties. We love political parties. We love working with you. You are our employers. Can you clap for my employers, all of you? And I know we are going to go far. And I want to stop there for now and request that then we go to the next level.
Kenya is a technology-led country, and the Office of the Registrar of Political Parties demonstrates its willingness to adopt technology in the execution of its duties as established under Section 33 of the Political Parties Act of 2011. This includes registration, regulation, and administration of the Political Parties Fund. As we've heard, our country now has over 83 fully registered political parties, and another 21 provincially registered. The requirements for registration and compliance post-full registration demands that parties comply with very specific provisions of the law. And these include that the party must have recruited at least 1,000 members who are registered voters in more than half of the counties. 2, ensuring that recruited members reflect ethnic diversity, gender balance, and representation of special interest groups. The regulations of the behavior of members in line with the Political Parties Code of Conduct contained in the first schedule of the Political Parties Act, again of 2011. The onboarding of ORPP services on eCitizen platform through users' own eCitizen accounts are for checking membership status, registering as members of political parties of choice, and resigning from political parties as members, as has already been alluded to. We welcome your insights on how we can shape and strengthen the regulatory framework that will guide the policy applications for citizen data. This includes sensitization and awareness campaigns to promote the understanding of every citizen in the overall success of data governance. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I want to really congratulate the Office of the Registrar of Political Parties for embracing technology and for embedding in their functions within the ICT framework. I believe that these steps will support the ORPP to execute its mandate and to serve Kenyans in a foolproof, transparent, and dignified manner. With those few remarks, let me thank you very much, and God bless.
A big round of applause to Buonasias. Thank you so much, our chief guest. We celebrate you. We now want to move straight to the launch site. This is where the design has been set. Yes. Thank you so much, Buonasias. The countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Ladies and gentlemen, makofi tafadhali, tusimame wote as we celebrate the launch of the ORPP Strategic Plan launch 2020 to 2025. Asante sana, the vision is there, the mission is there. Thank you so much. So now let's prepare for the photo shoot. And I'd kindly request we take that one photo shoot, then we'll have another one.
Office of the Registrar of Political
We can
Parties,
kindly take our seats. We can take our
brings you an
seats.
easy, convenient, and personalized platform to manage political parties membership through eCitizen. Log into your account to check membership status in a party you may be registered in as a member, resign from a political party as a member, join a political party of choice.
So go in, put in your ID number, then your password. Aha, fantastic. So we are in, and then you scroll down to Office of the Registrar of Political Parties. You sign in. Okay, once you sign in, political party membership complete. Thank you for checking your status. Okay, so then we go to
I'm open for business.
Open for business. Makofi and Buonasias. Makofi tafadhali. Thank you so much. Well done. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being part of this initiative. We celebrate you. Buonasias. Asante sana.